This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, discounted prices, miniaturemarket.com.
Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today we're going to be looking at all sorts of different things like wheat and brick and stone and ore and oil and you name it. All sorts of different components that you can use to upgrade your Euro games. Today we're going to be looking at Top Shelf Gamers gaming upgrades. All different types that you can buy. I'm going to show you some pictures of them, different games I've used them in, and a cool new way that I found to store them all. So let's take a look. Now for these top shelf gamer components, there's a ton of different ones you can get. I'm only showing you some of the ones that I've gotten, but there's many more on their website you can check out. They come in different types of packs. Some of them come in packs of 10s or 12s or 20s, and some of them even come in bundle packs specific for a game that you're looking for. So with the wood, it has a really nice look if you can actually see the rings in the trees, and you can even see like a piece of branch coming off the one that's standing straight up. Now this one can be used for, a lot of different things. It can be used for wheat, for grain, for food, and anything you can pretty much imagine that this would fit. Now here's a fire token. It's actually used for the encounter tokens in Scythe. I've also used it for the fire in 7th Continent. Now this iron or metal has those nice little pits in it. These things are really heavy and chunky. This I've used in Charterstone, I've used in Scythe, pretty much any game that you use iron or metal or things like that. Now the oil here looks great. If you look at the one laying down, it actually has the little sort of knob on the top where you would, get the oil out of the drum. This was actually part of the power grid set that came with the oil and all the other components I'm going to show you in just a little bit. But you can use this in Scythe, for example, and any other game that uses oil. Now I really like the coal because of its uneven surfaces. It does look realistic, and no matter which way you look at this thing or flip it over, it looks real and looks cool. I've used this in Charterstone, I've used it in Coal Baron, pretty much any game that uses coal, which are a lot of euros. Now here's the uranium that also comes in that power grid set, and so far that's the only game I've used it for, but it is really cool, it makes the game much more enjoyable. And staying on that power grid kick, this also came in that set. These were the yellow trash. Now they also have one for the new deluxe edition, which uses natural gas, but if you're using the classic edition like I have, these yellow trash cans are just awesome. And then we have basically corn, which again can be used for a variety of things, of grain or just food or vegetables or different types of food-based resources. Now this is fabric. There's white, they also sell blue ones and red ones I think, but you could use this for fabric or cloth in some Euro games. I've actually also used it for wool, so it's one that you can use in a myriad of different ways. So here we have the brick with the cool little 3 sort of holes in it that makes it look really realistic, and even the sides that don't have that have pits and things like that. It looks super realistic, and you can use this in a ton of different Euro games. Now the pumpkins I recently used in Charterstone, but I've also used it in a Euro game called Montana that also recently came out that I liked a lot, and you could also use it for food or vegetables or things like that in other Euro games. Now the stone, much like how I liked the coal, has very uneven edges, it looks super realistic, and you can use stone in a ton of Euros. Now the meat could be used for specifically meat or food. You can use this in, recently I just played Champions of Midgard. Pretty much any game that has food you could use these in. Now this is ore, which can be used in a lot of different Euro games. It could be metal, it could be, you could kind of use it for a lot of different things, but I like how it's very uneven surface, makes it feel and look very different, and they are quite heavy and chunky. And I love how these gold blocks have sort of that pyramid shape like you see in banks, and they have sort of pitted surfaces that you can see. It looks really realistic, and it's heavy and chunky, and you can use this in a lot of different games. Now recently I also found this little toolbox, which is I think mostly made for a tackle box or things like that online. I'll try to remember to put the description in the video, but it holds a lot of different things. Like here I put a bunch of bags that you can hold different tiles and coins and things like that. But I mainly use it to hold all of the different things I just showed you. So this sort of thing just comes down like this, and then inside of that are 4 different individual Plano boxes, which once I open them up has all the components and it keeps them. They're adjustable. You can say how big each of those slots are. So it's really useful to store all these. So now when I go, there's 4 of these. So I've got dice in there, I've got gems in there, all the things that I've just been showing you. And since it's adjustable, it's an awesome thing. So I like to just kind of put this thing like this, and when I go to game night, I just go ahead and take this toolbox here and I just carry it there. And whatever Euro game we're playing, we can figure out which components to use. Well, there you have the Top Shelf Gamer upgraded Euro style game bits. Now, I like these because they're high quality bits. They've got both paint and weight to them. They look really nice. They feel really nice. Most of them are big and chunky and weighty, even though they're small. And just the way that they've made these things look so realistic, and it's such an upgrade from normal components. When you open up a normal game and you've got the good wooden components, those are fine, but these just make the experience so much more immersive, and I actually enjoy my games better. I've actually started wanting to invest more in these because, you could buy a new game all the time, but you never know if you're really gonna like it or not. And I already have so many games that I do like that I'm almost more now trying to figure out how can I enjoy the games that I already like even more. Since I already know I like it, how can I extend the life of the game? How can I enjoy it even more? Because I already know I like it, where I don't know if I'm gonna like this one that much. And so that's sort of how I've been thinking a lot lately. I like that these are reusable for many different games. I kind of told you the different ones that even I've used recently with these. And before I got these, I kind of looked around my entire collection. I looked at all the different Euro games around me. I looked at all the different things. I thought about the different, which of these could I use in which ones? So which was going to give me my biggest bang for my buck. And I like that once you buy them, that you can reuse them in a lot of different games. I think that's a cool aspect. You could bring them to your friend's house, and maybe they've got a game that can use some of these components that you'll be playing that you don't have. So I really think this does add to the enjoyment of all the games that you play. At least it has for me, to the point where, like when I first got these, I wanted to play them with everything. And I even, one of the days after I got it, I tried to start playing some of the games that I was reviewing with it, and then I went, wait a minute, I can't do this, because this is going to make me more biased and like the game more because I'm playing with these bits. Put these things away, let's get the real ones out. And I was just doing it for fun, but it does make a big difference. I like that you can buy these in sort of the smaller a la carte packs, or you can buy them in those game bundle packs. So some of them, as I mentioned in the video, you can buy them as like 10 packs, 12 packs, 20 packs, depending on the resource. Or you could buy them in those packs, like the Charterstone pack or the Power Grid pack. I think they even have a Champions of Midgard pack. They have a lot of different packs. You can go to the topshelfgamer.com and you can look at all the different bits, and you can go through there and see the different games that they have specific packs for. I think that's a cool idea. Also, Top Shelf Gamer, I don't know how big they are. They seem to be a small company, but when I got my order, it was just wrapped in this nice sort of Christmas type tissue paper, red tissue paper, with a nice little handwritten note of saying, had my name on it. Clearly, it wasn't something that was made to look like they wrote it. They actually wrote it, and so they wrote their name, my name on there. They talked about the games I got these things for. They said thanks for being a customer, and I just think that's really cool. That not only do they have high quality bits, but their packaging is good, and it's a small company. You can tell that they just care about their consumers. I think that's really awesome that they do that. So any cons about this? Well, they are great, but they're not cheap. And it might be too expensive for some people. The approximate price, you can go on the website and look, but I guess, some are more, some are less, but mine averaged out about 50 cents per unit. So, if you're buying a 10 pack, it's going to be around $5, maybe $6, maybe $4, depending on it. So yeah, I spent, you can spend a decent amount of money up front, but you can use these again with multiple games and in the future, and you can just slowly add to it after you have your core group and things like that. There's a bunch of other ones that I'm thinking about getting, but I want to see, how many more games could I actually use this with. But overall, I really like these. If you're looking to enjoy your games more, to have a little bit of bling, to upgrade your games and allow it to kind of work with a lot of games, this is something to look at, and that's topshelfgamer.com. These are their gaming component upgrades.
This video was sponsored by Miniature Market's Review Corner. The Review Corner features podcasts, video, and written game reviews by gamers for gamers. Miniature Market, the online gaming superstore. Thousands of board games, discounted prices. Check them out at miniaturemarket.com.